I'm in love with the process of making images. I am just as passionate about the journey as I am about the end point. When I started making pictures, I was always most excited about visiting national parks. Growing up as an introvert, I always avoided crowds. So these were environments where I felt most myself and where I experienced most freedom. My evolution as a photographer came about by trying to experiment and showing the world using different techniques, trying to make pictures that hadn't been seen before. I still felt like I was cheating, like I was pointing my camera at a composition, taking the picture and taking credit for it. And so I've realized that I need to involve myself more in the landscape. My favorite painters and film directors, they're able to create their own worlds. So for me, the idea of being able to create my own world rather than depict a world in front of me was really important. There's this concept of thin places, which are special locations where the boundary between the ordinary world and the unseen world becomes increasingly thin. It describes exactly what I do, because using my camera, I'm able to reveal something beyond what the eye can see. I'm always visualizing something that doesn't exist yet. Sketching in pencil, it's the easiest, it's the most natural way for me to brainstorm visually. But over the course of time, as sketches become more evolved, I start thinking, where am I going to make these pictures? As I'm scouting, it starts with chaos and funnels down to a singular image of what I want to make. I do everything from finding out where the sun sets, where the moon is going to be up in the sky, what the Milky Way is doing, where are distant cities and how they might affect the landscape at night. I use GPS to pin my positions and figure out where I'm pointing the camera. Once I've finished my scouting, I set up the camera, lock in the composition and wait for the gradients in the sky to change. I've never been interested in repeating myself. Every project that I do needs to have something new and something original to it. And there has to be some kind of significant evolution. With GFX100RF, I was able to make a body of work which is another level up from what I've been creating in the past. It's an amazing everyday camera. It's small enough to carry around with you as the day goes on, but it's also incredibly great to use in low light. Drop it onto a tripod and you can make large and beautiful images at night using long exposure. I'm able to create something which for me exists in a completely different dimension. People want to see a story. I think my pictures feel like they're still frames from a movie or a single line from a poem. For me, it's all about experiencing a landscape in a way that you don't get just by visiting a place and making a photograph. I'm here for hours, I'm here for days. And in that way, I get to understand the place and really have an experience of these environments. I'm just in love with making things and being in these places.